Professor Okounkov, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
It's great to be here. 我学习中文，我对中国的文化和历史感兴趣。我很高兴参加你们的演示节目。
所以您在从事数学研究和教学之外，还抽出时间来学了中文，而且中文讲得这么好。
我讲过。
您学了几年中文了？
我们学习中文在网上的1周2次，2年前。
2年前开始学中文。
开始。
Let's do the interview in Chinese.
maybe in a few years. Give me a few years to learn some more. Yeah.
This way, to manifest, to show that cross-cultural and interdisciplinary learning is so important, something that is very dear to your heart.
Right. I think what I like the best my whole life is to learn new subjects and see how they connect to something I already know. And so in terms of learning about Chinese culture and history, and 我很喜欢泡茶，我很喜欢做书法。我很喜欢做书法。This sort of old things that mixes amazingly well with what China has become in terms of its role in today's mathematics, because your country is absolutely the future of mathematics. There are just so many young people, so many people focused on mastering the art and science of mathematics, mastering it really deep and really well. So on one side, it's history, it's very long history. On the other side, it's the future. Of course, what's obvious to everybody is in terms of maybe Chinese technologies and whatever, cars, batteries, cell phones, high-speed trains, but it's the same in mathematics. You have quite an amazing number of young people who study mathematics extremely, not just seriously, but passionately, and that's really impressive. Yeah.
So what did learning Chinese and studying Chinese made you discover or uncover about aspects of the Chinese culture that you thought, wow, this is something that I previously didn't think about?
Oh, many things. This has certainly made me really realize it very, very acutely, is that why Chinese people are so good at geometry. Of course, having a strong school of geometry is one thing, but also having this visual sense of things that comes with Chinese characters. That's actually been, like I said, it's not me who pointed this out first, but I can certainly relate to that. Having all this visual richness of one and the same character, many people, many epochs, many styles, and have emphasized different aspects of the same character, but also all of that is visual, is somehow relates immediately visible with the eye, and somehow that's one aspect in which I certainly makes. I mean, when we.
You're saying that learning Chinese, which is a picture-based language, dating back to ancient days, is correlated to studying geometry, which also takes spatial and abstract thinking.
Absolutely, and not just that. It's also that the characters, they have their own life, right? I mean, they're not as frozen as the letters. People approach characters in a very personalized way, and which is why, for instance, when I go to a museum, I always, if there is a calligraphy section, I always go there, because it's really interesting how their personality is reflected in the way they write. I think that is absolutely strongly correlated to why Chinese geometry school is so strong, and of course growing stronger.